Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode here on ESGNet of Madden 17, Pittsburgh Steelers Franchise, and this is Steeler Nation. This is episode 7, and we are getting ready to take a look at the AFC Championship game played most previous episode here on the channel for the Steelers Franchise. Take a look here at the injury report, and let's talk about the game. A great game for the most part there, especially for the Steelers. You had all three aspects of the game that came involved: offense, defense, and even special teams. Yeah, they even played well. They had a kick return there. Take a look at the numbers there from both teams there, and of course the Pittsburgh Steelers had a bit of a slow start. They did give up the first touchdown of the day to the Jaguars, but then they came back, scored 14 there in that first quarter, and then 21 in the second quarter. Only scored a field goal there in the third, and then, of course, scored two more touchdowns in the fourth quarter there. I believe it was a pass and a rushing there. But Blake Bortles there, 465 yards, 27 of 39 for him for the day. 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Got sacked 3 times. Now, of course, Rossberger there, 306 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Got sacked once, 18 of 26. So, not a bad day for either quarterback, especially for Blake Bortles. As much as he was throwing 465 yards. That's kind of un-Blake Bortles-like. So that obviously means that offensive line there in Jacksonville is getting better. So, take a look at the rushing numbers there. 29 carries for 134 yards there for Le'Veon Bell. 3 touchdowns there. Williams, 5 carries, 39 yards. Great day for him. Marcus Lee, you see 144 yards and 7 receptions there, 1 touchdown for him. But Hearns of the Jaguars had a great day. He was in the end zone twice. For, I believe, 4 receptions for 83 yards, I think, in the game. Green, for us, kind of the same numbers there, over 100 yards, a little over 3 or 4 receptions in the game. Got 1 touchdown for us. Marcus Whedon, 3 receptions for him in the game, as he had a decent day. 43 yards, 1 touchdown for him. There you see Alan Hearns' numbers for the Jags there that I mentioned. Actually, no, he had over 100 yards there, so my bad. 113 yards there. Ramsey right there, yeah, he is the guy that we really did our game plan around, and it didn't work out for us. For a while there it did, but there was twice that it didn't when he intercepted us twice. Now, he had 2 interceptions against Tom Brady. One of them actually was a pick 6 against Brady. And he helped win that game there for them in the previous week. This week he didn't do that. He did pick us off twice, but he was unable to take it back for pick 6. Defensively for us, you got a couple guys that are going to be mentioned. Mike Mitchell, he had 9 tackles he had an interception. Arthur Moat, 7 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and a sack. William Gay had 6 tackles and half a sack for him. Ross Rockwell, he had 4 tackles he had an interception and a touchdown, as he took that pick 6 there off of Blake Bortles that we scored on, which was nice. That was, the defense right there scoring for us. And like I said, all 3 facets of the game came alive for us, and it was really nice to see that happening in that game. So, take a look at the rest of the stats there. But like I said, for the most part there, a great day. Ben over 300 yards in the game. Of course, the only blemish that he had was those 2 interceptions there, and it happens when you're, trying to. One of the interceptions, I think, he was trying to force it. The other one was just by dumb luck. The defense watched him, kind of keeping an eye on. Doing a really good job. I think it was a coverage, just get in front of the receiver, one of our receivers there, and just came up and picked it off. Now, in the NFC game, you had the Seahawks against the Minnesota Vikings. There you see final score 27-24. The Seahawks will move on to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. As you take a look there, they had a great time of possession there. A little, almost close to 40 minutes of ball time on the field. So that is something we're going to have to avoid from letting them have. As you see, Russell Wilson, 159 yards, 1 touchdown for him. He got sacked twice. Mark Sanchez came in the game for of course, the Minnesota Vikings. He's their quarterback. He had 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 175 yards there. He got sacked twice in that game. And by the looks of it, I mean, just a pretty good, nice day there. Like I said, with the only blemish of that interception. He was 15 of 32. As for Russell Wilson, 17 of 24 for him. So really great day here, but I think when it came down to it, of course, it was pretty much defense, and the defense really stepped up. Of course, the Seahawks, known as the Legion of Boom. They're great defense there, and that's something we're really going to have to really try to focus in on next week. Really try to keep Richard Sherman out of the game. We'll see what his numbers are here in just a bit, but try to keep him out of the game and keep our quarterback upright, as you got Michael Bennett and so many others there on that team that can do a good job there on the pass rush there against us. So that is something we are looking at plenty of film here, as we have 2 good weeks here to look at film and kind of strategize what we want to do here for our game here against them. Most importantly, I think the running game is going to come in. It's going to be a big deal, as we do have Bell on a hot run right now. I mean, his legs are really working for us. And I think that might be kind of a blessing in disguise. I think I mentioned this before in a previous Steeler Nation. Him being injured and was out for that long, and able to come back, if we made the playoffs, his legs are fresh still. His legs are not going to be like, like other, backs right now that are in the playoffs. His legs are going to be fresh. He'll be able to move down the field, very quickly. And he's pretty much in mid-season form. I mean, he's ready to go, and he's going to be pretty tough to stop. And so yeah, I mean, honestly, I think it was a blessing in disguise. Would we like to have him during the regular season? Yeah, I mean, he was on pace there to take the rushing title this year. For those, of course, he missed the first 3 games, and came back in that one game against the Chiefs, which was, I think, week 4, and came back for us and just, I mean, was amazing. So we'll see what he does here in the game against the Seahawks there for the Super Bowl. But there you see the defensive numbers there for both the Seahawks and for the Minnesota Vikings. But there you see, yeah, that's the matchup right there. Steelers at Seattle. It'll be a 6-17, a little after 6 kickoff there for the Super Bowl. And in the next episode of Steeler Nation, we'll get more into the Steelers on their road of getting to the Super Bowl, and along with the Seahawks, show you guys their numbers overall for the season and what they did. Take a look there, and you see, of course, like I said, that game we lost in Week 15, we lost to the Cincinnati Bengals, and then after that we won 2 straight. Take a look here and see the Seahawks 8-7-1. There, it looks like they tied up with the Rams this season, and definitely, kind of, I don't know if we've ever had a NFL team that had a tie and were able to go to the the biggest game of the year. I have to look that up and see if that's ever happened. But there you see the NFC and AFC Pro Bowl lineup there. And of course, we're not doing the whole, celebrity, players doing being the coaches and whatnot. Going back to the traditional NFC, AFC style of the Pro Bowl. So a lot of the guys you'll see here on the screen for us, for the Steelers, Ben Roethlisberger, Marcus Whedon, Ladarius Green, Alejandro Navarra, Raymond Foster, or Ramon Foster, I should say, Chris Hubbard, Pouncey, David DeCastro, Marcus Gilbert, and Ryan Shazier are the guys that are going. Now, I will say in the game, we did have that Ryan Shazier injury there in that previous game there we faced the Raiders there. He will still be out, but he will not be able to play in the Pro Bowl, of course, because of injury. So someone will be taking his spot there for that, and we'll see. I'm not sure who's going to be next in line there, but talking to Ryan there, he was really upset. He knew that even though he was going to be now knowing that he's going to go to the Super Bowl, and the honor of being able to play on the field for the Pro Bowl there, he kind of said okay, it's a great honor, even though he wasn't going to be able to play in the game, but he says that he's hoping he can be able to find someone to take that spot there for him and whatnot. So he'll have an alternate in there, I'm sure. So they'll be whoever the next person is, statistically, will be there and will be able to take his spot. But for the most part here, we will have, I believe, Antonio Brown. He will make his return next week for the Super Bowl, and he'll be able to play in that game for us. Take a look here at the top players of weeks 18 through 20. There you see some Jaguars there. Like I said, Jaguars, the last couple weeks there in the playoffs, and they've been hot. And I was really scared. I thought that this would be the game that they would come back and get us. They for a while they were fighting back, but we held them back and enough to get to now to the big game. So the big game coming up here for us here on the Pittsburgh Steelers franchise. But coming up, the next episode you guys will see, the next video for the Steelers franchise will be a preview video, more extensive preview video, looking inside the numbers there for both the teams, what they did overall, and kind of looking at their schedule and see the ups and downs, the roller coaster we call the NFL season. And we'll talk about more about that in more greater detail to set you guys up for the Super Bowl coming up. So, big game coming up, Super Bowl 51 in Houston. You got the 15-1 Steelers going against the 8-7-1 Seattle Seahawks, going for that Vince Lombardi trophy. So, thank you guys for watching. Definitely stick around for more Pittsburgh Steelers franchise here on ESGNet. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Pittsburgh Steelers franchise here on ESGNet. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr. The links are down below in the description. Check us out there for the latest on what's going on in the world of sports gaming and what's going on in the world in sports in general. Thank you guys so much for watching, and definitely come on back for more Pittsburgh Steelers franchise here on ESGNet. As always, keep yourselves together healthy, and I will see you guys next time.